Sup shitters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhunter. Welcome to Esper Reviews, where today I have the absolute pleasure of reviewing a few more tracks from an act named Tom Gorsich. I'm still not entirely sure how to pronounce that name. I think I mistook the Gorsich with the U as how you pronounce Gorsich. So I'm going to pronounce it Gorsich and hopefully not make anyone really angry. So apologies if that is a mispronunciation. It's just a tricky name for me. We'll switch over to here. Tom Gorsich and Sheen Cataldo with Elise. There are three videos and songs that we're going to listen to from start till finish today and hear what we think. And just a heads up, I don't typically pay too much mind to the videos throughout these reviews, but if I see something cool, I'll talk about it. These reviews are mainly sort of audio focused. Oh, I'm liking the tone of that acoustic guitar with those clean open chords. Hang on. Sorry, I nearly went and forgot to change the camera there on the webcam. I almost had to record the review again. That would have sucked, wouldn't it? Oh, some harmonica. Nice reverb tail on that harmonica. Nice dynamic range to this recording as well. I'm enjoying this as production. Damn, nice coming with the... I gotta hand it to Tom. He's a pretty phenomenal music producer and songwriter. Like, I haven't heard a bad track from him. And I think there's little bits of growth that are going on as he continues to record and produce stuff. Like, this sounds like a major label record. Like, it could be a movie soundtrack or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
I thought I was leaving you as time grew on.
Like, I'm trying to figure out how this is all done. Like, how does he get this all sorted?
That's when I thought I'd sing to you. Oh, Elise, what you do to me.
Yeah, no, the guitars and the drums and the bass are coming together really well. There's some nice clean up arpeggios on top. Or on the sides of the stereo field. Yeah, and the harmonicas coming in when the vocals aren't. Good balancing of the different lead elements. Great. Oh, he left a letter behind. Naughty cowboy.
Just a fade. I was still the same. Oh, Elise, what you do to me.
What you do to me.
It's what you do to me.
It's what you do to me.
I could have sworn that I heard you cry as a kid.
Oh yeah, so basically this is about Elise and how she makes the man feel, and the video is showcasing the extra elements of the relationship that aren't necessarily shown in the music.
That county line, did you pray for me all day long while I paid for you my victory song? I think I'll find that cannon fire, that thunder in the crash that I so desire.
Okay, and it's a very raw performance from Sean DeCaldo. Sean DeCataldo. It's a very, I'm not sure whether it's Sean or Sheen. That's a hard one. I probably called him Sean. Yeah, I'm not doing very well with the names today.
I should have known it all along that it was you I was searching for. Oh, Elise.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
What you do to me. It's what you do to me. Oh, Elise, what you do to me.
We got some some very soft synths or pads going on there with the guitar, bass, drums.
What you do to me?
He has returned to the house and he's gone away again. Wow, that looks like a depressing life, to be honest, man. Like, he just keeps going in and out and stuff like that. It's, I don't really know how to take that. I'm trying to sort of ignore the video elements of it so I can focus on the music and the lyrics and stuff like that. I want to go back a little bit and just double check the verse, because I think the verse is going to help me quite a bit. Yeah, we've talked about a victory song and being together and stuff like that. I'm assuming this is just the nature of their relationship, him to come and go like that, and for her to miss him. And for him to be sort of like the reason for him, for this woman at least to be the reason for him to return. That's the indication I got from the vocals and the lyrics in the song. It's definitely an interesting tale. Like, you know, like his voice is very sort of like typical of country music, and it makes sense within the context of different instruments like the acoustic guitar, the bass, and the drums and stuff. I understand why the harmonica was a dominant instrument alongside the vocals, because having like a lead guitar solo like wouldn't have necessarily helped much. Keeping the composition fairly simple without too many lead elements was a smart move. There were bits where it was quiet and bits where it was louder, and I think there was enough variation to keep things going and keep things interesting throughout. Yeah, no, good quality of recording. That's the first one. Tom Gorsich and Sheen de Cataldo. Hold on, I got it this time. We've got track number 2. Let's go. Let's for some piano. Excellent. Now we got a... What is this called? We're not. No, good. I thought we were going bum 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 or something like that, but no, we didn't. We didn't go to that chord for the 4th.
Yes, you're gonna take
Excellent.
a long way back home again. She says it really helped her think.
Nice cymbal rise there.
Never gonna smile like the way she used to do.
Oh, very soulful little guitar solo on the left. That lead line. Nice difference in volumes with the mix and instruments.
Like it's just some clever ruse. He's always pretending to be the same. We can only hold on, we can only hold on. We've been fighting so long, we've been fighting so long.
We can only hold on, we've been fighting so long.
Everything's been so wrong, everything's been so wrong.
So Sheen de Cataldo's work is basically focused on relationships. We've got like cowboys, now we've got a more modern sort of setup. And the struggles and complexities within these
Do this all for you. Do this all for you.
damn, man, love is hard.
I just can't ever leave those damn thoughts alone. Tired of playing the same old game. Said I'm gonna pull this trigger and all of this will end.
Oh, we're talking about a suicide attempt? Damn, stuff got really dark here, man. It's a lot more grim than the previous track.
Looking for someone to blame.
It's almost like we're accepting of just how depressing and incredibly awful the situation is.
Now seems like the only thing to do. It's hard to see, it's just not true. We can only hold on, we can only hold on. We've been fighting so long, we've been fighting so long. Everything's been so wrong, everything's been so wrong. We can only hold on if we can only hold on. We
I really feel bad for that snail, man. That snail, yeah, it's not a good place to put a snail.
Do this all for you.
I understand the focus gone between the both of them, but still, it's rough, man.
Do this all for you. Do this all for you.
And this interlude here, focusing on the hook line and doing it all for you. Nice vocal harmonies there.
We can only hold on, we can only hold on.
Ah, he's cleaning himself up. Okay.
We've been fighting so long, we've been fighting so long.
What I like as well is that the chord progression is looping in a way that goes back to the start, right? And so like you get this feeling of the situation repeating itself that is similar with the lyrics.
Everything's been so wrong, everything's been so wrong. We can only hold on if we can only hold on.
Damn. So they ended up together in the end. They just had some troubles. He was just really... Wait a minute. Is this like about someone who is dealing with mental health issues in a relationship and the way it affects other people? This is an incredibly deep... I kind of wasn't sure about the song at first. I wasn't sure how to sort of take it. But I think that the video helps to give it context. And that's the beauty of what Tom does with the musicians that he works with, is he helps to give their songs a story. And I think that's what's really important with multimedia or audiovisual experiences, is to kind of create something better than the individual parts. That said, the song was reasonably well done. It was fairly safe performance, apart from the lyrics, which obviously got very, very dark in that second verse. But just trying to make it through life and get through the kind of garbage that you have to deal with and all the drama and stuff like that. I get it, man. I think a lot of people will be able to relate to this material. I think in the combination of Elise, the previous track, talking about love that people have where like they just want to do the victory dance and celebrate with each other, even if they're away for a while, even if time kind of things tear them apart, remembering the good times that came and gone, these themes are explored by Sheen DiCataldo in a way that I think is healthy and lovely. And I think Tom Gorsich's music, I think their collaboration is very, very sort of a positive thing. And we've got Tom Gorsich with Jason Brownlow and Leah, F.I. Let's go. Let's do this. Boom. 3 of 3.
If I gave you my heart,
I'm familiar with these guys, actually.
hold it up like a piece of art. If I gave you my soul, would you
I'm liking the piano-led parts as well.
let it
Ooh.
guide you home? Or wouldn't it be perfect if everything that we said? Or wouldn't it be perfect? I was happy living in the moment before we got lost.
I was happy in living the moment before we got lost, right? So I'm assuming that Leah is probably going to come in for the second verse from the lady's perspective within this relationship.
We were happy.
And this is a song about them trying to figure out if they were together or apart. F.I.
Before we gave up. So if I hold on to
Nice. Again,
breath,
careful consideration of where to put these vocal harmonies. I think it's well placed within this track at this point. Because it helps introduce Leah into the second verse if she comes in there,
and if I could be your wings, can we get away from here? If I gave you my time,
Called it. Sweet. It makes sense. It's a smart move.
hold me close, never let me drop. If I gave you my all, would you watch me grow, never see me fall? Wouldn't it be perfect
Oh, cool and response with the guitar is nice. The piano line continues and keeps with the chord triads and the harmonies that instantiates at the beginning. There's changes with the chord progressions, don't get me wrong, but there's like one or two different ones they go through. Because the focus is on the vocalists and singers. That's a cute little dog. I don't know why its ears are so short though. Sorry, that just sounds horrible. What I mean is, like, in New Zealand we have people that like cut the ears of dogs because some people in New Zealand are horrible, right? So that's why I was wondering why the dog's ears were shorter, just because I was wondering if that happened to the dog. I'm not placing a judgment on anyone. That was just something I noticed. Just to clarify, it's just because it reminded me that, yeah, New Zealand people they trim the dog's ears, which is mutilation, and it sucks. Really sucks. So now it's reversed, and now she's walking out, right? A sad little lead line to kind of emphasize the desperation of the situation here. Oh, a really subtle kick drum there, eh? Nice low end resonance to it. But a little clicky thing. I'm not sure if I'm a massive fan of that. I would prefer the rim shots, but that's okay.
Gave you my heart.
I've heard Jason and Leah before, and they work well together. They vibe off each other really, really well. They're great foils to each other. And she's taken the ring off because it's the end of the relationship. Damn, 3 tracks. 3 tracks from Tom Gorsich involved with Sheen, De Cataldo, Jason Brownlow, and Leah across the 3. Tom, as I've mentioned, has a great way of showcasing the individual talents and strengths of the artists and musicians that he works with. The fact that he has repeat sort of compositions and collaborations with people like Jason Brownlow and Leah is testament to that. I think that Tom's obviously found himself a great little niche for him to work in with people who are obviously very competent, and it will allow him to continue to develop as a music producer, as a songwriter, and I'm sure that he will continue to meet more lovely people to work with in future if he continues to maintain this kind of quality to his multimedia experiences. I enjoy listening to the music that Tom makes. It's nothing. There's nothing like extraordinarily revolutionary about the sort of the pop acoustic elements, that country elements that you hear here, a bit of R&B, maybe some blues stuff from time to time. There's nothing super revolutionary about it or necessarily progressive about it, but at the same time, I don't think that's what's required in order for this music to work. The music is there to help the vocalists and the singers shine. And sometimes you have to take as little risks as possible to really make that work. Like, you need to work with sort of major and minor triads. You need to work with drum beats that aren't necessarily going to take the focus away from the singers and stuff like that. You need to make it about the singing in the project as a music producer, because if you try and make it about yourself, it can be a massive turnoff for people, you know? And I think that that's where, Tom shines with these people, is he knows how to kind of support in a way that's really sort of helpful. And I think that it's, testament again to his quality of work, that I haven't necessarily had any issues with any of the stuff he's ever produced. I think for the most part, it's very, very well done. Now, the singers individually, Sheen, again, I'm sorry for not getting your name right. It's just my brain is just like, Sean. I don't know, man, but Basically, as a country and as like a contemporary pop singer, he does all right. He fits the bill. He fits the mold there well. He hits the right notes for the most part. And even if there's a little bit like of a rise to get to it, he doesn't hit it absolutely straight away. It's sort of more indicative of the emotional sort of performance on display there. You know, emotions aren't perfect, and you need a little bit of kind of flexibility in regards to like how, because you don't want to sterilize a vocal performance like that, you know. So it's important to have as raw, as genuine, authentic, and a performance as you can. And with Jason Brownlow and Leo, again, both very competent singers. You know, they're all very competent singers. I just like the chemistry between these two, and I think in a song like "If I," it makes sense to have the two having individual verses and coming together at the end for the choruses and stuff. Instrumental performances well done for the most part. I don't have any massive issues with anything that's going on there. They were played very competently. There's a sense of minimalism with parts of it that I think was good, because again, it's not taking away from the focal point of the mixes. And the recording, mixing and mastering was pretty well done as well for the most part. It was nice and loud without being sort of pumping or anything like that. The EQing, stereo panning stuff was all pretty good. It's on par for what is required in order to make it as a musician nowadays, and how competitive it is. So I really hope that Tom, all the associated artists that he works with, manage to find success in their careers. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this review of Tom Gorsich's various tracks. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know this is probably not the first various tracks video I've done, so I'll try to label it differently if that is the case. As I have reviewed his material before, and I do genuinely enjoy it. If you enjoyed these songs from Tom Gorsich, as well as Sheen, De Cataldo, Jason Brownlow and Leo, please do go check out their various social medias and YouTube pages, and stay cool and stay safe. And please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need to help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you next review. Spider hands out.